by Mademoiselle out here with you today with the highly respected BMW M2. I'm super excited to talk to you guys about this vehicle. You know, in the BMW community, the M2 is highly respected for a few reasons that we're going to talk about today. The one that I have in my hands today is a 2017 BMW M2 first gen. It's not a competition, but this one that I have is slightly modified with carbon upgrades, etc. But let's just talk about the general M2 in this year and the numbers that it outputs. Let's start off with horsepower. 365 horsepower on a vehicle of this size, amazing. 343 pound-foot of torque, phenomenal. And of course, rear-wheel drive. BMW is famous for its rear-wheel drive M vehicles generally. And 7-speed transmission. Now let's talk about why the M2 is a little different than the rest of the M vehicles in the family. And it's gonna have to do with the N55 engine. Now this has got an inline 6, 3.0 liter turbo. And what makes it a little bit unique, because BMW is known to have the S stamp on their engines for all M vehicles. Now the M2 in 2017 did not get that lucky. However, it did get lucky to get the N55 in a more modified, obviously from the factory version. And if you know about the engine classes, the N55 was a very well respected by BMW owners, just very solid engine, easy to modify. Now in the M2 in particular, the N55 engine that's used has upgraded components that are borrowed from the BMW M4, which you guys know how I feel about that. Love the BMW M4. And it has the same chassis as the F80 and F82. So with that information, the turbo's upgraded, the high compression pistons upgraded in the N55 for the M2 specifically. So it has its own specific engineered engine for the M2, but there's no S stamp. Now, when you get into the newer generations, it does have a specifically engineered M engine with the S stamp, etc. Now, a vehicle of this size, a little over 3,500 pounds, with that much power, makes this vehicle so much fun to drive. Now, the M2 that I'm driving today is a 7-speed transmission. However, the M2 is the most popular manual BMW sold on the market today, which we can understand why. Size, the engine, the output, all that stuff makes the M2 really favorable in a manual transmission, and I'm glad that they still do make it.